Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego room. Super excited today. We're taking a look at an awesome delivery we received last night. Our latest round of Bricklink Designer Program sets were delivered. So many amazing designs in here, and so happy that there are a couple of train themed ones. So today we're going to take a closer look at each of these sets, and we'll talk a bit about how and where we might use some of these in our layout and, as display items around the Lego room. And first up, we've got possibly the set that I'm the most excited about out of the bunch, the logging railway, set number 910035, and it contains 2,731 pieces and was designed by Ties. Really amazing looking set. Always a big fan anytime there's anything train related that gets released. I think it's just super fun to build these different sets and see the different techniques that are used for putting together the different builds within the set. I think the locomotive should be fun here. It'll be nice to have another different type of logging car in our collection for use around the layout. And I think the caboose looks pretty cool too. But, the real sort of eye catcher with this particular set is the bridge. Love, love, love the way this bridge looks. Super cool. I think it's a really neat idea. And I'm really excited about not only building this, but seeing where we can take this bridge idea and leverage it in our layout. I think it would be a really eye-catching piece. And, even if it's something that we can't have in the day-to-day layout, I think it would be really cool if we could work on something like this that we could, at a minimum, take out to shows. Now, two fairly obvious questions that I need to sort of answer for myself as I'm going through and putting this together. One, can the train as it stands right now be motorized? Not entirely sure. I think it would be really cool if we were able to motorize it and put it into our sort of the part of our collection that we can run and display actively on the layout. Even if it can't be motorized, or at least not motorized immediately, I think it'll still be a cool, element to have on display around the layout. It'll just probably get a less prominent position if it can't actually be pulled out periodically to run around the layout. So that's one thing that we will need to understand. I can't see why the train cars that it pulls couldn't be used by any train in our collection. So, at a minimum, those could get run around the layout, but would be really cool if we were able to motorize the locomotive as well. Now, the other question, what is going on in terms of track compatibility here? You can see they're not using actual track, but I'm curious whether this setup is enough to allow like this train or other trains that can handle tighter radius curves in our collection. Can they actually run over the track, in quotation marks here, without any issues? Or is this all in its current state more decorative than functional? I'm hoping the answer is that, trains can run on this as is. That would, give us some flexibility out of the gate and make it a lot easier to quickly sort of get this up and running and usable by, with the trains that we have in our collection. The other question that sort of an extension of that, whatever the functionality level is here, what is the actual radius of this curve? Is it the standard Lego radius. Based on whatever radius it is using, how hard would it be to create a, R104, R120 equivalent version of the bridge here? Could we easily, extend that out, get it to work with the larger radius? That would be ideal. It would be nice to get this to the point where we are able to run it and use it with all of the trains in our collection. And sort of as an extension of that, like as we're figuring all this out, how hard would it be to extend the base of this, to raise it up and to get a much more dramatic bridge happening that could be, a full radius curve, maybe the ability to have, 2 curves back to back with a bridge like this would be amazing. So lots of things to figure out here. Definitely hoping that the motorization side, not too bad. But even beyond that, there's a lot of things that I would like to do with this style of bridge that, would look great here in the layout, would look great out at shows. And I think that this could even integrate pretty nicely with the Japaz logging compound that we have purchased the instructions for. This would be a great entryway into that raised part of track there. A lot of different things that I could think of to use this idea in. So really hoping that we'll find that it's fairly functional out of the gate and that it's just more about acquiring extra pieces. But we'll work through that and we'll cross those bridges, so to speak, as we get there. But a really amazing set that has a lot of potential, I think, in our layout, and really hoping that we can take this and amp it up quite a bit, because I think it's already impressive, but would be amazing if we were able to get some of the different functionality out of it that I'm hoping for. So that's the logging railway. Next up, we have set number 910034, Brick Cross, designed by Marcos. Really cool work. Again, super nice to have another train-related build that was in this particular round of the Bricklink Designer Program. I think this one should adapt really quick and easy to mills. We'll have to see exactly how the backside of that train station works and how we can integrate it around our track in a way that, fits in really smoothly and doesn't interfere with any of the trains running in behind it there. But really happy with this one. I think it's a really cool set. Nice to get different aspects of, sort of train buildings and trains here across these two sets. Some pretty impressive stuff. And I like the little buildings that are around the station there as well. The newsstand, I think it is over there, or maybe a news office. And then the all glass building here at the end. Really, really cool stuff. Probably a cafe by the looks of it. But I love how much glasswork there is in there. I think it would be really cool if we're able to get some nice lighting inside these buildings, especially the station proper and then the little cafe on the side here with all that glass would really show off the light quite nicely. So we will investigate that, and we'll make sure that this has power hookups as we're building the Mills module out for it. But just a super cool build that I think is going to be a great addition to our collection, and should be a lot of fun to see the different techniques put to use inside the build here to create this structure. Next up, we've got set 910037, the Mushroom House designed by Jonas. Contains 964 pieces. the smallest of this particular round of Bricklink sets, but still a lot of cool detail packed in there. Really like the fact that, through this Bricklink Designer Program, we get some really unique designs and some different types of set, different theming than we would normally see in Lego sets. And I think this is a pretty cool sort of fantasy themed idea. So really excited to put it together. I also think it's cool to get some of these smaller sets through the Bricklink Designer Program. I mean, you can see across the sets here, 3,050 pieces, 2,731, 2,809, and 2,207 pieces there. Really, really large sets, which drives up the price of them as well. So I think nice to get one or two in each round that's a little smaller, focuses in on a more unique theme. So really happy with this. I think it should be a lot of fun to put together. Next up, we've got set number 910036, the Ocean House, designed by Harry. This set contains 2,207 pieces, and this is another example of some of the unique types of builds that we get through the Bricklink Designer Program. Love the architecture that they've gone with for the house here. Really cool, I think, to see the pylons that are basically holding this house up in the water. A nice little ramp down to the water and the boat there. Love the little crane hook off the side. Not entirely sure where I'll display this particular one. All the ones that don't go into the city will end up on shelves and on display around the Lego room. But, this definitely could fit in with some of the pirate themed ones and some of the other, water or edge of water themed builds. So we'll see how we can make this work, but I think it's going to be a fun build, and regardless of where it's displayed, it should be really interesting and sort of a very distinct set to see, and should be a lot of fun to see how they've gone about creating the sort of architectural components, the doorways, the roof line there. Love how this comes out onto the little bit of rock there with the tree. Just a lot of fun elements to build and to kind of look at, not only when I'm putting it together, but once it's on display in the Lego room as well. And speaking of sort of pirate and water themed sets, the last set, but definitely not the least, we've got set number 910038, the Ominous Isle, designed by Jared. Really cool work here. This set contains 2,809 pieces. Big fan of pirates. I've got a number of the older and the newer Lego pirate sets. Always a lot of fun. Love the different figures and pieces that come with this set, and just a lot of fun details here. Love all the little pathways up and around all the different sort of stone areas. A great, I guess we'll call that a skull face in the middle there. Just a lot of cool elements, and this really feels like something that would work well with being integrated into a layout that was made up of a number of different pirate sets. Like I said, I think you could even work a house like this into a layout like that. Would be a lot of fun. Now, if we turn to the other side of the box, I think another fun detail is the way that you can rearrange the different elements in the set to create slightly different versions of the set. So you can see what we saw on the front there. Here's a slightly different layout where everything kind of moves more towards the front there, and there's less on the side over here by the skull. And we've got another configuration here that pulls and switches some elements around. Another look here. So just kind of fun, different ways that you can configure the set to sort of get the look and feel that you want. Allows for a lot of customization and sort of personalization of the set in the end with how you choose to display it, which I think is really cool. So overall, really excited with these sets. I think they're going to be great additions to our collection. Continue to be really impressed with the Bricklink Designer Program. So many cool sets coming out of this branch of sets that are being made and released. I think it's really cool to see the designs of, a whole bunch of different people from the Lego community. And as always, really excited about getting some different train related sets as well. Obviously, we've got a large backlog. The last month or so has been really busy, but we're going to be making some more progress through our backlog really soon here, and excited to see these sets built and either integrated with our layout or just put on display around the Lego room. So many great things here, and like I said, really excited with what they continue to release in this branch of sets, and really excited that we were able to pick these up. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.